Hey there YouTube, Crypto Force here again, bringing you another daily dose of crypto. And the coin I want to talk about today is what is Verge. Now Verge has been gaining a lot of attention lately. It's been growing more popular by the day in the last couple months. And as you can see, it has around 233,000 followers, which is probably top 10 or 15 as far as followers in the crypto community goes. So what is Verge? Now Verge started out as Dogecoin Dark, and that was in 2014. They rebranded themselves to Verge Currency, and one of the positive aspects about that is if you see a defunct coin and they say they're going to rebrand themselves, as you can see with Verge, it is possible to go from obscurity to where there's no hope for it to where it could actually be a viable coin that does succeed. So Verge currency has been rebranded and it is doing great. Now, if we take a look at their website here, let's discuss a little bit about what it is. Now, Verge currency was built on Bitcoin, very similar to the way Bitcoin was built, only they made it better. And I'm not going to go into the details about, they have 30-second block time compared to Bitcoin's 10 minutes and, transaction speeds, things of that nature. But the important part of it is every time you connect to Verge network, you do it over the Tor browser. And you say, well, what is the Tor browser? Where the Tor browser is the onion router is the actual term for that. And this is the icon right here for it. And that's part of the dark web, if you ever heard of the dark web. And the dark web is just a smaller piece of the deep web, and search engines do not go on the deep web. Everything on the dark web is anonymous. Deep web, dark web, it doesn't matter. It's all anonymous. There's no search engines on the dark or deep web. So that just adds to the anonymousness of the coin. So each time you actually log in to your Verge network, you do it over the Tor browser. And what that's going to do, it's going to make your transaction request be bounced between a number of different servers, and each one obscures the original source of the request. So there's no way anyone from the outside of the Tor network can know where the request is originally coming from, so it can't be traced back to you. So not only is it a decentralized form of currency, but you're doing it on the Tor browser, which makes it that much more anonymous. Now, one protocol they just came up with and they released is called the Wraith protocol. And what that does, it will make the privacy that much more powerful. And it offers an actual button on the wallet that you can select public or private. And when the Wraith protocol is turned on the Verge wallet, it will automatically generate stealth addresses, which are one-time use addresses that cannot be publicly linked to your primary Verge address. So that's a pretty cool function. They're also coming out with a smart contract, and it's going to be called RSK. Well, by way of RSK, the smart contract will operate on a one-side pegged to Verge. And what that means is it's going to execute the smart contract, and it'll happen independently of Verge. So it's not going to congest the network, but it's still going to rely on the Verge blockchain to settle the accounts. So that'll add to the speed of it, as to where you see how blockchain is bogged down all the time, or blockchain, how Bitcoin's bogged down all the time. So, as far as Verge being more private, the Manero, as of right now, I don't think it is quite there yet. But when you look at the price difference in Manero as opposed to Verge, Verge is a dime, and Manero is $342 a coin. So, if you're wanting to purchase something as an investment, you can get a whole lot more Verge for a whole lot cheaper than you can for trying to buy Manero. So I think that's where Verge is going to have Manero beat, and the technology that Verge continues to develop, I believe, is going to sensationalize it, make it more attractive to people coming into the markets. Now Manero, like John McAfee talked about in his podcast, Manero is the #1 currency being used on the dark web right now because of its anonymousness. And it's interesting because Manero, they automatically obscure transactions whenever you make a transaction with it. So that's kind of the big thing with Manero. Verge is, however, faster and has a lower transaction speed than Manero. So that's a big positive for Verge. Now, if we go to Verge's website here, and we go to the About section, we can actually scroll down through the whole thing. It goes into kind of talks about the headlines of what we talked about completely anonymous, privacy focused. They have a very active development team. You get support from the community. It is ready for mass adoption. They do have fast transactions, and it's decentralized and open source. Now, you can mine Verge. They have several different algorithms here you can mine it on. And if you want to get Verge, they are listed on a ton of exchanges. All these exchanges, if you go to their website, which I'll post the link to the website in the description below. But as you can see, they're on 22 I can't even talk today. 22 exchanges, and I think they're trying to get put on Robinhood right now as well. They're voting for that, so I expect you'll see them on Robinhood soon. So very easy to get Verge. There's some vendors also that already take Verge, and here on the website it shows all the vendors that take Verge right now and accept it as a currency. So that's always cool. And it looks like there's there is around 27 companies here that actually take Verge, so that's pretty cool. You can download your different wallets here for desktop, mobile. They pretty much go to any iOS. And they call it a black paper rather than a white paper release, and it's I like it because they're seeming to hit dates pretty accurately so far, and it goes all the way back to June of last year. And upcoming here right now is going to be your mining update. They have the Android wallet, the RSK smart contract we talked about earlier, and they're going to have a new website coming up, so that'll all be some pretty cool stuff to take a look at. And here's another interesting portion here. Now remember, it's open source, so if you're a developer, they want you to help contribute. So they put all these tools on here to make it as easy as possible for you to get whatever information you need to help develop Verge currency. So it shows you how to install the Ruby gems. It has all the different code on GitHub, and if you're a coder, this thing might be a project you want to be part of. So it's Verge. It's an open source software. It's constantly improving due to its many contributors. If you would like to contribute as well, take a look at GitHub repositories to see where you could make a difference. So that's pretty neat. And it's interesting too, because they have developmental support for their team here. So you can actually donate Bitcoin or Verge towards the developmentation of this to the contributors who code this coin. And here's all their social networks they're on. So it is a huge community, and Verge is not showing any signs of slowing down. I really think Verge is I think they're in it to win it. I think they have the right formulation together. For an open source project, this thing is really seems to be moving forward. If you remember back in August, Verge was around, I think it was a fifth of a penny or something like that, and it got all the way up to 31 cents. So that was a massive price increase. You could have made some major money off of it. And right now, Verge is sitting at about 10.5 cents. So, it's still relatively cheap. They do have a sort of big circulation, coin circulation. They have about 12.8 billion coins in circulation, which, that's not overly huge for the price, because remember, Ripple's sitting on almost 40 billion, and they hit over $3 a coin here recently. So that's really not too bad of a thing. But anyway, Verge seems like it's a project that is definitely going places. And like I said, it's really neat that it's been rebranded. So just like they say here on the headline, they focus on security, anonymous cryptocurrency, and it's built on privacy. So that is a little rundown on Verge. If you guys like this video, please share, subscribe, and like. If you guys want me to talk about another coin, just stick it in the comment section below, and I will see what I can do. And as always, guys, good luck trading, and Crypto Force signing out.